Hello. In 1975, the French philosopher Michel Foucault published a book called let me read it. Discipline and Punish: The Birth of the Prison. This book, he tells the story of the prison, and he made me realize that why are prisons so ineffective to recover the ones that are in there, and why the prison is a place for poor people, and many times the crimes that are committed by rich people in power, those crimes are not punished with powerful people serving time in prison, but poor people who commit the crimes of considered of less in a hierarchy that are less, let's say, sophisticated, they are punished with prison. Why is that? And Foucault reaches the conclusion that the prison is this way not because of a fail, not because of a supposed the idea that governments try to sell you that we are not being able to build decent prisons. No way. Foucault concludes that the prison is like that because that's the role the prisons are supposed to play. Governments want the prison to be like that because it serves the people in power to give you the impression that crimes are being punished. And you see, well, if you think that, well, the guy that murdered somebody in the news or that stole something in the news, he goes to jail, you have the impression that he's being punished, then you are brainwashed to believe that there is justice, while the guys in power, they do heinous things and they remain free because prison is not for them, it's not meant for them. The inefficiency of prison is institutionalized, is desired. Now, what I wanted to say next is that bullying, in my opinion, is also institutionalized. Why there is bullying in schools? Why there is bullying in companies, in universities? Why there's bullying since the child grows in school and it continues in the work relationship many times. It extends to the person's personal relationships because you've been learning to be bullied, prepared to be bullied all your life. To obey orders. to obey the teacher, who is abusive, to obey the boss, who is abusive, to obey the government, to obey the company. Why there's no solution for this bullying thing, why there's so much school shootings. They blame the children that kill their mates in schools, but what are they going to do about the causes of those children's anger? The root of the problem is in the teachers, is in the school administration, is in the headmaster of the school. They are the problem, not the children who kill their mates in school shootings. The problem is that bullying is institutionalized, and the first way that bullying gets institutionalized, it's by admitting narcissistic teachers to be part of the group of teachers, admitting narcissistic employees to be part of the company, admitting narcissistic people to assume public to be public servants, to be elected as a mayor, as a senator, as a president. Everybody who allows a narcissist to be in a position, an important position in society, whether it be in universities, in schools, in government, in public institutions, in private institutions, religious institutions, health institutions. Anyone who does this is institutionalizing bullying, because that's how narcissists operate. Now, if you want to talk to me about the end of bullying, you gotta face the fact that you better start selecting very well the employees you're going to choose to be part of your institution. Face this problem. World, face this problem. Bullying is institutionalized. Some people want it to be this way, just like they want the prisons to be ineffective, to be a facade, to make the impression that justice is being served. I know that many companies, as a part of the test to admit employees, they offer a psychological test, not only an intellectual test, or to see if the person is smart enough for the job. But they also, I know that there are companies who do this. They want to see if the guy is not crazy. And I am inviting you now, please, if you own a school, if you own a company, if you are empowered to change things in the public arena, employ tests to see if the person has narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, histrionic, any psychopathy. And if you see that the person is narcissistic or has any character disturbance, don't give that person the job. And I'm not telling you this only so we can be here being beneficial to society. I'm gonna tell you now as it relates to your interests in your company, in your school, private or public. What's in it for you? And I'm gonna tell what's in it for you. Narcissists don't like to work. Narcissists don't work straight. They can be as very informed people, maybe very smart, but that is gonna backfire because they may be well informed, but their minds are not well formed. And this play with words I found in a YouTube video, and I found it very intelligent. I haven't watched the video, I just seen it on YouTube. A well-informed mind is not always a well-formed mind, and narcissists are not well-formed minds. The brain of the psychopath and the narcissist. What's in it for you? Narcissists don't work straight. Yes, they are very smart, and they are very aggressive, and you think those qualities are good for your school, in your company, and your religious organization. But in the end, it's gonna be turned against your best interests, against the best interests of your company, of your church, of your public and private institution. The main reason I want to tell you is that because they don't work straight. Narcissists are mentally ill people that hate routine. They hate reality. They hate working the same thing over and over again. They are addicted to dynamic things. You know, for lack of a better word choice here, they need variation. They cannot be disciplined. And if, by the way, they give you the impression that they like routine, that they are disciplined, it is just a temporary impression. They are gonna do this for as long as it takes for them to serve their own purposes. Another reason not to admit narcissists in your company is that they serve only their own interests. They are only worried about themselves. In the beginning, they may help you so that you can give them what they want, but when they get the position they want, the power they want over people, over your company, they will just give you the impression that they are working straight, doing a good job. But they will find ways to avoid doing that job, and it usually happens by abusing people, by being aggressive with customers, by being aggressive with co-workers, by saying they are doing things well, they are good-hearted in their jobs, by giving the impression. You will be lied to if you admit a narcissist in your company and your public institution. Everything will seem perfect, but the reality is your customers will be treated badly, and you're gonna lose customers. The members of your church are gonna be stolen from, are gonna be treated badly, are gonna be abused psychologically, verbally, maybe sexually, in all forms, my friends. And it's gonna reflect bad on whom? On you. if you are the director of a school and you admit a narcissistic teacher by not doing a psychological test before getting him to do the job, it's gonna reflect bad on you, and it's gonna cause your students to become violent, to end up getting guns and shooting your school, and you're gonna ask yourself, why did this happen? It's the children's fault, it's the media's fault, it's the movie's fault. But look at your own responsibility, you people who are in power, in institutionalizing bullying and putting bullies in positions of power. You are the responsible, not the school shooters. Maybe they may have some percentage of responsibility, but they were wounded by someone. And usually the school plays a major role. And if you have an employee who gets crazy and explodes your place, puts a bomb in your place, in your office, and if he was verbally abused by someone, by a coworker, by some kind of boss that is under you, that you know is a narcissist, or that you are afraid of, you cannot control that person who is even under you in the scheme of things. Why are you giving it control to an abuser? Why are you doing this? You're institutionalizing bullying. Don't admit narcissists in your public institutions, because they are gonna ruin your business. They only destroy things because after they get what they want, the position they want, they are gonna just work for themselves. And it's going to reflect bad on you. And it's going to ruin the other co-workers in your faculty, in your university. It's going to ruin many students' lives. It's going to ruin the co-workers in your company. It's going to destroy your business. You're not going to make that much money you think you're going to make because this person is aggressive. Okay, this person might be aggressive, and maybe that's a characteristic that's welcomed in today's world. Aggressive people, fearless people. But mind you, aggressive people are destructive people, and one day, like a scorpion, like a snake, his aggression is going to turn against your company, against your institution. Please don't admit narcissists in your institution. And see, aggressive people, they are destructive, but assertive people, those are the ones who bring benefits for your church, for your institution, for your company, for your school. Because assertive people bring you money, because they are constructive people. They have the psychological skills to build your company, not to destroy it, but to make it better, to make your school better, to make your life better, to make the whole company better. There's a movie called Meet Joe Black. There's a character there called Drew, and the guy who owns a company, I don't remember the character's name, he says, Drew is aggressive, I like him. But you shouldn't like aggressive employees. You should like assertive employees. Why? Because aggressive employees, they are disrespectful of anything and of anyone. And assertive employees are respectful. They can do the right thing without disrespecting you, the co-workers, the ideology of the institution, and they think about themselves, but they also think about other people, other co-workers, other members of the church, or other members of the government. They don't think about only themselves, they think about everybody. But aggressive people, they think only about themselves. Please, let's not give jobs to narcissists. Employ psychological tests in your company, in your church, before admitting them to positions of power. If you don't do this, you are going to be a hypocrite. Because you're going to ask yourself, what happened when the school shooting happens? And you were responsible too by admitting narcissistic people to your crew of workers. Why did my company is not growing? Because there are narcissists there, and their bank account is growing. You can count on that. They think only about themselves. They're gonna give you the impression that the company is doing well, but they are the only ones who are doing well. Employ psychological tests. Don't give jobs to narcissists. Don't ruin other people's lives. They are criminals. They are like drug addicts. They are addicted to bad things. They are addicted to hurting people. They are addicted to stealing. They are addicted to destroying. They are mentally ill people who look like normal people for a time. But they are mentally ill. They are gonna do damage to society. Please, world, please, don't give jobs to narcissists. Employ psychological tests along with other tests that you employ in your interviews. Employ psychological interviews. Thanks for your time.